Hey guys, what's up? Ryze TriKz here. I'm back from vacation. This gameplay was just me and another guy in the clan. We were playing some Momentum. I'm still trying to get up on the leaderboards below, I already got below 1,000 now. I'm trying to get in the 20s range, somewhere around there. So I'll post a video, like just a little clip, you know, showing that I'm in the 20s range when I actually get to there. But this commentary is actually just going to be talking about E3 and all the crazy stuff that went down. This year I really think it's going to be a really exciting year in gaming, and I think it's going to be really beneficial for me as a player and, you know, us as a clan, you know, the Ryze team, etc. I think it's going to be really good, all the new games, all the new gadgets and everything that's going on. I think it's going to be really exciting and really good, but at the same time there's a bunch of obstacles. I'm going to be talking about those in particular a little bit in the video, along with also talking about, you know, just all the different cool things that I saw and things that I'm looking forward to and etc. So anyways guys, let's hop into it. Alright, so one of the first things I want to talk about is the Xbox 360 controller. They released a video and showcased it at E3 and stuff like that from what I've seen. I actually didn't go, unfortunately. Hopefully next year I'll be able to go and I'll videotape it and get the stuff out to you as soon as it comes out. I know I'm doing this a little bit late, but I was on vacation, etc., and everything was a little hectic. But now that I'm back, I'm going to try to get back into everything, and I'm going to give you some clan updates, and I'm going to talk about my vacation and some videos, and then obviously this video with E3. So, they released a video on the Xbox One dashboard showing basically what they showcased at E3, and it was the new Xbox controller. They called it the Xbox Elite controller, and I want to talk to you all about this because it's something that I think is really cool. If it works pretty well, you know, obviously different, you know, I haven't used it, so I don't know if it's just super good or if I don't like it or etc. But a bad thing about this for businesses is that it's going to possibly put out a lot of businesses. Potentially. I'm not saying it will, I'm saying but it's possible. If it's a really good controller and if it starts coming with your Xbox One when you buy it, or if it's really cheap compared to the other businesses. But basically, the new controller has paddles on the back. And what I mean by paddles is, if you don't know, there's a company now called Scuff, and I think Cinch, the company that I'm sponsored by, kind of does the same thing. But there's little buttons on the back of their controller, and they have paddles that go over the buttons that when you press the paddle in, it presses the button. And basically what it allows you to do is if you're jump shotting or something like that, instead of taking your thumb off the analog stick and hitting that A button for a split second and losing all your accuracy, you can do all these things without having to take your thumbs off the analog sticks, which makes for competitive playing and stuff like that. It gives you a big advantage and just helps you become a better player. But the Xbox Elite controller that's coming out has basically paddles on the back. So this could potentially hurt Scuff Gaming, which is a controller who makes things like that. A controller company, and Cinch, who also does the same. I think the positioning on them is actually really good. I know that when I started using the Scuff, it was a little bit interesting. I had to put my fingers a little bit differently on the controller, and I haven't used a Cinch, so I can't really talk about them. But the positioning looks really good, and I think this is going to cause a big problem because if people buy a new system, you know, the Xbox, and basically a Scuff comes with their Xbox, they won't actually buy anything from the Scuff company, you know, if they like that controller, because there's not a point in doing it. Also, it has trigger stops, which basically, if you ever pulled in the trigger on a game, it shoots before the trigger actually gets to the bottom. And basically what trigger stops do is they put little screws in there to stop the trigger as soon as the bullet is shot in the game, allowing you to basically shoot it much quicker, especially with semi-automatic guns, which also, again, gives you a huge advantage if you're a competitive player and you're just looking for advantages, and it helps you become a lot better player. So their controller also comes with that, which, again, it can potentially really hurt businesses, but it's also really good for us, though, as an individual player, because it means we don't have to go and buy from those businesses. But I don't know. I haven't seen the controller. It might not be as good as Scuff. I know Scuff is a really good company. Cinch looks awesome. I haven't actually got a controller from them, so I can't really talk about them in an accurate assumption. But they also changed the D-pad as well. I don't really know what the point of that was, so I can't really talk about it. It just looks like you can move it around a lot easier and it kind of almost, I mean, it just looks different. It's just a big circle, and you can press the circle in any direction. So I don't really know what that accomplished. It just looks a little cooler, I guess. I know that they also made it to where you can change the analog sticks and etc. on the controller. It's just very customizable. So if people like dome things or stuff like that, you know, you could switch it, and you know, you could potentially play better if that's your sort of thing. This also could hurt another company called Control Freak, which basically does that. They sell little analog sticks basically, or extensions to your analog stick that you can put on, and they're either dome shaped or curved or etc. And it's just really useful. So you could get those, but unfortunately, you know, it comes with your Xbox. Oh, well, unfortunately for them. For us, it could potentially be a really good thing. I really think Scuff, though, and Control Freak and all these businesses will still be good, because I just have my suspicions that they'll make a better controller than the actual Xbox would. But I'm not really sure, so I don't know. I just have to wait till I get the controller. So that's a big thing. But anyways, let's hop into the next thing. That's pretty much all of what the Xbox Elite controller is. It looks really cool. If you haven't watched it yet, just type it on YouTube. I'm sure you can find it. I would post it, but since I'm not a extremely well-recognized clan yet, I don't think YouTube would allow me to. But anyways, let's get into the next thing, guys. Another really cool thing about the Xbox One is that they're introducing backwards compatibility. So what this allows us to do is play our 360 games and all the functions of a 360 on our Xbox One, which is extremely awesome, and it's free too, so this is going to be really cool. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to play every single game on the 360 on your One at the beginning. They have to, what they're going to do is make a list of the games that you can play, and they're going to keep putting more and more games into that list, because they have to go through and like change the software and all this different stuff within it to make it the Xbox One capable of playing Xbox 360 games. So at first it's not going to have every single game, but I'm assuming that they're going to try to do all the popular games first and keep going down in descending order from the most popular to least popular, and just try to get as many games in that list as they can. Unfortunately, it's not going to be every single game, but it is a really cool concept, and I'm really excited for this, because they're more than likely going to put all the games that I love. You know, they're probably going to put all the Battlefield, all the Call of Duty, etc., Borderlands, all those games onto the Xbox One, and other, you know, really popular video games like Assassin's Creed and, you know, etc., etc. So I'm really excited about this, and that's, you know, that was another thing that's got me really hyped up for this year. Another really awesome thing that I think is going to be really good for this year is all the new games that are coming out. A new Gears of War is coming out. I used to play Gears of War a little bit in the past, not a whole lot, but I think it's going to be really fun. I'm planning on getting it. I'll probably do some videos on it. I'll probably have to refresh, you know, myself with Gears of War concepts. I haven't played it in a really long time, so I might not be that good. So I'm going to try to play the beta and stuff like that, and try to, you know, warm up before it comes out, and then I'm going to play it, try to get you all some videos. I'm really excited for that game. I'm also obviously really excited for Black Ops 3. I want to try to do some tournaments in that. That's coming out. If you haven't seen Black Ops 3, there's a ton of stuff, ton of new concepts, just it's crazy. You need to go check it out. I'm going to be doing another video separately on just talking about Black Ops 3. So I'm excited for that game. I know Fable, a new Fable is coming out, I think it was. No, not Fable. Fallout. I'm sorry. Fallout. A new Fallout is coming out. I never really played Fallout, so I can't really talk about that much, but it is something that looks interesting, and I might potentially get that game. However, there's obviously some games that are higher on my priority list, like Star Wars Battlefront, the new one that's coming out. I'm really hyped up about that. I'm going to be trying to do some videos on that as well. Gears of War, Black Ops 3, and the new Halo. Again, I haven't really played Halo that much in the past, and I haven't in a really long time, so I'm going to try to brush up my skills on Halo, so that way when the new one comes out, I can get some videos out on that really quickly. But those are the 4 main games that I'm trying to get. I might get Fallout, I don't know. I'll, you know, discuss it later on in the future. I'm really tight on money right now, so probably won't, but it's a possibility. It's still out there. But the next thing that I really want to talk about is something that's actually not very good for me personally. But, you know, I don't I don't know what to think or say about it, but this is a really big problem for any Xbox players or any competitive players, potentially. But, in the past, all the DLC and things like that have come out on the Xbox first, before the PlayStation, due to a contract. But, that contract has now been terminated, and all the DLC and the beta for Black Ops 3 and, you know, other games, it's all going to be released earlier on the PlayStation 4 instead of the Xbox One. So this poses a big problem for any of you people who really like to get their hands on things as soon as it, you know, comes out, which I do. I don't know if that's going to make me buy a PlayStation 4, though. But potentially this is a big problem as well because competitive Call of Duty might be moving over to PlayStation 4 as well, which poses a big problem for me and my clan because, you know, we're a competitive Call of Duty clan, so we're all going to have to get PlayStation to move over to that if that's what they're doing, and they haven't announced it yet officially. It's very rumored that it's going to happen because that contract has now been ended. All the people that were at E3 playing Black Ops 3 were all playing it on the PlayStation 4, and it just looks like it's going over to the PlayStation 4. So this is going to pose a huge problem for me and the clan because obviously we're not like rich or anything. We don't have a lot of money, so that's a big problem, and any other competitive player, it's possibly and potentially a huge problem for you all as well. Not to mention the fact that you're going to have to get used to the controller and all that stuff, and the PlayStation 4 isn't the only thing you'd have to buy. You'd have to buy a headset that's adaptable if you don't have it, and a scuff if you want to scuff, like I said earlier. So this poses a lot of problems, but it's not officially been confirmed yet, so I'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully it won't. Sorry for the phone going off. But, that's really just the main news. I'll probably talk about some of the other news in some other videos, but that pretty much covers the majority of it. The really big details that I'm concerned about and possibly you all are concerned about. So anyways, guys, this video is pretty much coming to an end, and thanks for watching.
Taking the flag. Enemy is securing the flag. Taking the flag. They're taking our flag. Taking the flag. Good job, Atlas.